The Online Safety Bill is, in theory, a robust piece of legislation designed to hold social media platforms to account for their impact on children and, by extension, to society or on society at large, with heavy penalties proposed for non-compliance, including fines of up to 10% of a company's global revenue. It has certainly made a strong statement, yet beneath the stern facade, the bill appears rather vague and questionably actionable. It's a lot of words, but not a lot of content. According to the BBC, the bill promises sweeping changes aiming at protecting children from harmful content. OFCOM, as the enforcement body, because OFCOM basically does everything that anybody wants in the media and does it badly, will mandate risk assessments and urge platforms to limit access to violent and self-harm content. This is a much-needed step forward, particularly as bereaved parents like Ellen Room call for immediate action. However, as she has poignantly remarked, there is a sense of impatience, if not outright cynicism, among those most affected by social media's harms. One must wonder whether the mere enactment of this bill can prompt the necessary swift and meaningful changes in the industry. From a positive standpoint, the bill does seem to set a precedent. As the Telegraph notes, there are new mandates concerning addictive design features which could alleviate concerns about children's social media dependence. Yet despite a few commendable inclusions, the bill lacks clarity in crucial areas. Dr. Lucy Moore of CEASE has criticised the nebulous approach to age verification and child protection mechanisms. How will these regulations be measured and enforced? This lack of precision suggests that the bill might serve as little more than a sternly worded admonishment to tech giants rather than a fully fledged policy shift. And I don't see how a bill in one nation can influence an international company to change its behavior. The problem with the internet is that it is international. And The Independent raises a valid point regarding misinformation, as illustrated by this summer's unrest, which was stoked by false online claims. In response, Technology Secretary Peter Kyle has urged Ofcom to refine its oversight of misinformation. However, the bill's language remains vague, with few specifics on how misinformation would actually be controlled. Ultimately, while the bill's intentions are commendable, it risks being perceived as verbose and unsubstantial, a well-meaning policy dressed up in legalese rather than a transformative step in online regulation. Without more concrete measures, it may well end up as a warning to tech companies that, while grand in scale, it lacks the structural integrity needed to compel any real change. This is a lot of noise. The bill's efficacious purpose will hinge on Ofcom's future actions, and frankly, as I say, I don't have a lot of trust in Ofcom. Ofcom also regulate, by the way, reality TV. And whether the proposed safeguards translate into any measurable enforced standards, well, we wait to see, but I don't hold my breath.